So what is your connection to the hospice?
My connection is that my husband died here. I wanted him to die at home, and I made arrangements for him to come home for his last few days. But thinking about it, this was the second place best place he could be, because they were absolutely marvellous. And then after he died and the funeral, I found myself coming up and just lighting a candle and just sitting and thinking. And then they started up a group here 9 months after he died, for all people there was about 10 of us, and we used to come for bereavement counselling. It was called FAB, Families After Bereavement, and I stayed for the whole 9 months. And then in the meantime, I'd gone to see Brenda for therapy because I needed one-to-one, and I'm still seeing her now after coming up for 6 years. And I fundraise. I do as much as I can for the hospice. I'll do anything. Loads of people know me now, and it's my second home.
Fabulous.
I don't know if it sounds good, second home. You think
well, home is a big word, and I think that to identify St Oswalds as home is really, really precious.
They're the people that have been the kindest, the most amazing. And I couldn't speak more highly, and they know that because I tell them. I do music therapy here. Tea around the trees next week, then the Christmas market, and I help out as much as I can.
So it feels really purposeful, I guess, for you as well, isn't
absolutely.
it? That's what I'm motivated by, making work, making artwork, that is doing something and you feel like it's contributing.
He didn't like his photograph taken, but we were only married for 7.5 years when he died, and only knew each other for 8.5 when we first met. And in that time, I wouldn't have thought that he was going to die or anything, and I needed to have lots of photographs.
Do you feel like you wish you'd had more photos?
Yeah. I have got a couple of really favourite photographs. This was our wedding day at...
Oh, I love the blue on you.
Yeah.
Well, that's really lovely as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Blowing a kiss to everybody for coming.
Yeah.
It was a total surprise. He didn't know I'd got this together. I knew it was going to be his last birthday, you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's lovely, isn't it?
That was taken about 9 months before he died.
So I love that one. And I love that one.
I love his eyes.
I do actually like that one.
When the co-op closed down, he was out of work for a few months, and he hated it. So he ended up working in Sainsbury's on that Gosforth High Street. He was in his 60s by then, and they offered him a part-time job because it was just opening, it was a brand new shop. And then before he knew it, he was working full-time. And I met him there. I'd go in and get my lottery ticket. And on one occasion, he said, "I hope you're going to buy me a drink if you win." And I went, "Oh yeah," not meaning it at all. And then on another occasion, I went in and I went, "I haven't forgotten about the drink, But anyway, he bumped into me on the Gosforth High Street one day, and it was his day off, and I was going over on a bus to go somewhere, but he ended up talking me into going for a coffee. Had no intention of going any further at all, had no interest. And but he persisted, and he rang me, and he rang me. So I started meeting him after work just for a drink, and then I just fell for him after about a month.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, it was lovely.
No,
and then we decided we'd get married the next year.
So the one last thing that what I would like to know is, I'm going to paint, or you can if you want to, kind of look like a bit of a wash on the background, like I've done there. And I just wonder what colour you think would be best. So what I might do,
with him being so pale, probably something quite that would
make him stand out.
Yeah, because I think if you put pale with pale, it would be quite...
So what I might do, and I haven't fully decided yet because I haven't seen the photographs of everybody's, but it might be that I do all the portraits in black and white, because I've got some black and white photos of people, and then the background will just have a little bit of interest. So it might be that I change him to black. Or colour. but I didn't know if you thought, oh, he's definitely green.
Actually, it was colour he hated.
Was it?
Yeah,
well, he's
can you
definitely
believe?
not green then.
Right, no. And so I tended not to buy green in any colour, anything. And even now I have to think twice.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But also with his skin tone there, like a light blue would be nice, that makes it kind of pop.
Yeah, I think so.
You think the
Blue,
light blue?
Sounds
Okay.
like kind of colour for him.
So hi Eleanor, we met last November now, so you could tell me all about James, for me to paint his portrait, and actually all the stuff that you said about him helped me put that into the painting, so it was really useful. And then you sent me some really beautiful photographs of him, so I was able to choose one and like look through those and choose one which I thought had a lovely connection to you as well. So I painted the background in a blue because we discussed a good colour for him and you said the blue. And then I've painted a black and white portrait of him on the top of that.
Oh, that sounds good.
Are you ready to see it?
Yes. James. Oh, it's lovely. You've got his ring.
Yeah, I've got his ring. Blowing you a kiss.
Oh, it's lovely. His white hair.
Do you think he'd like that?
Yeah. Oh, he'd love it. He still looked really well when that photograph was taken, even though it was the year he died. But no, James would love it.
He's got so much personality.
Yeah. He was always blowing kisses.
Ah, that's great.
Always. To anybody. God bless. That's his favourite. Yeah.
That's what I feel like. It's really great connection with someone who's looking at it because they feel like he's blowing them a kiss.
I don't know who he was blowing his kiss at that particular day.
And how would you think he would feel now being in a painting?
I think he'd be very overwhelmed. He'd be very quiet because he hates fuss around him.
Because you said he didn't really like his photo taken.
No, not really. I've got very few photographs that I've taken of him over the years. It's always been my family who've taken photographs.
So the project's called Portraits with Purpose, and it's with an emphasis on continuing bonds. And you've mentioned your ring, how that you connected to the ring. And I just wondered how you would feel that this would help you continue your bond with James.
Totally. It was so important to him. It really was. Do you know, when you first showed me the photograph, the first thing that hit me, I know which is really strange, was the bling of the ring.
Yeah.
And
nice.
That's the first thing. And then obviously, actually the way I'm seeing it now, everything is, it looks like he's looking at me.